All right, folks. Little different here. Doing a second live stream of the day because Donald Trump decided nobody gets any time off, except of course for Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem has officially been fired by Donald Trump as the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. He made the announcement, as he always does, on Truth Social, saying this. I am pleased to announce that the highly respected United States Senator from the great state of Oklahoma, Wayne Mullen, will become the United States Secretary of Homeland Security effective March 31st, 2026. The current Secretary, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere we are announcing on Saturday in Doral, Florida. I thank Kristi for her service at Homeland. So she's fired, and you're giving her a different job that's brand new that you're creating called The Shield. Pretty sure she couldn't even hack it on the old show, The Shield, but sure, whatever. If that's where you think she belongs, I guess. Here's the thing. Reports had been coming out all morning that Kristi Noem was about to be fired. And that she would be replaced with, of course, Mr. Stolen Valor himself, Wayne Mullen. About the Stolen Valor thing, by the way, I don't know if y'all saw this earlier in the week. Wayne Mullen went on Fox News. I think it was Fox, but anyway, conservative media, to defend the administration's attacks against Iran. And in doing so, went out there and was like, if you've never had that smell of war, you've never heard it and felt it for yourself, you don't understand, he said. Well, Wayne Mullen never served in the United States military. But he's out there pretending that he did, telling us all that he knows the smell of war. I know them sounds. I know it all. I've been there. No, you haven't. Your daddy was a plumber who had a very successful plumbing business that he handed to you. Okay. So you didn't even create a successful business. You were given something already successful, pretending that you actually did something meaningful with your life. And now pretending that you were in fact a soldier when you weren't. And now that a-hole is going to be our new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. Sorry, a comment here from Broke But Happy says, has Caroline Dimwit given birth to the devil yet? Not that I know of. But this is a good day, obviously. Kristi Noem, huge pile of human garbage. So I'm glad she's no longer going to be Secretary of Homeland Security. Unfortunately, she's being replaced with somebody who's likely worse. Just as loyal to Trump, just as, bloodthirsty, but unfortunately slightly more competent than Kristi Noem. So that's not good. Things will get worse. This is a militant guy who wants to pretend he's a soldier that is now going to be directing the roving gangs of brown shirts that Trump has going through the United States. So definitely not a good, transition here. Of course, Mullen will have to be confirmed by the Senate, which is where he is. So he can't vote on himself. So that does take Republicans down one vote. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I still think he will get confirmed, especially when you've got people like John Fetterman, who joined Republicans today, the only Democrat, to block a war powers resolution to prevent Trump from, being in Iran. But okay, so Mullen will get confirmed, yes. But Trump's having some women problems. Reports have been swirling all morning, too, that Bondi is likely about to be fired. We could be looking at a pretty big and Janine Pirro, by the way, we could be looking at a pretty big Thursday massacre here if he continues these firings. So Noem officially becomes the first, high up cabinet official to be canned by Donald Trump. And I gotta tell you, I didn't think she would be first. I really, as early as last summer, my prediction was that Kennedy would go first, maybe Hegseth, maybe Bondi, maybe Rubio. Noem, I really thought, up until Minneapolis, obviously, but up until then, I really thought she would stick around for a while. And so a comment here says, someone called Mark Wayne, ha ha ha, from the rest of the world. Funny story about that idiot's name, because I did a ton of research on him earlier this week for the little Stolen Valor segment I did. His mother didn't know which of his grandfathers she wanted to name him after. So on the birth certificate, she put both their names, Mark and Wayne. So it was Mark Wayne. She was supposed to go back later to fix it. And once they decided on it, but according to what I read, she just forgot to do it. Like, you forgot to name your child what you wanted to name the child. So I guess that might give you a little insight into his upbringing. His parents forgot to finalize his name, because they cared so deeply about their kid. So I swear to God, like, that's what happened. But yeah, Mark Wayne, going to be the new secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. A comment says his name could have been to be determined. To be determined, Mullen. Maybe Christy could get a job as a judge at the Westminster Dog Show. That would be terrible for the dogs. Good evening from England. Thank you. Good to see you. My day just got a whole lot better. Send Baron. She is American Margaret Thatcher. So Trump admitted he done wrong. This breaks his image of everything's fine, I'm in control. Well, see, that I think is why he's moving her over to this, special The Shield group that he's created. So it's not like she was doing a bad job and I screwed up picking her and fired her. I think she'll be better over here with The Shield. That's where she was meant to be. It just didn't exist when I came to office, so I couldn't put her there. I had to keep her as a placeholder here, but I really wanted her over here, where she will be out of the public spotlight. She will not, be doing anything of value for anyone or anything, but Trump and her both get to save face, which is very unfortunate. Paula Trigg says, I've been through Oklahoma, wasn't impressed. I have not been there, so I'm not sure. But pretty fun. Maybe this means Corey Lewandowski will also get the boot from Homeland Security. And much like Noem herself, might end up being replaced by somebody worse. Rocky says, justice for Cricket, the puppy, of course. Ninja Vesto says, one less Republican in Congress until they have the special election, but it could hinder Senate Republicans for now. Absolutely. But Oklahoma is going to pick another dumbass, and then they'll just have a new dumbass. Because before Mark Wayne, it was Inhofe, like the most notorious dumbass ever. So Oklahoma has a really, really poor track record of picking senators. So I have no faith in the people of Oklahoma whatsoever. Sorry to say that, but you guys are bad at this. The Republicans still have Fetterman. Yeah, as I mentioned a little bit ago, Fetterman, giant piece of crap as well. Every time a Republican loses, an angel gets their wings. I like that. Was that the guy that wanted to fight the Teamsters leader? I believe it was, yes. Marcus Lindner says, does this mean it's now easier to punish, convict, sue Kristi? Probably not. If anything were to happen to her, I do believe Trump would still give her a pardon. But here's the thing about Kristi Noem, right? We had the reports, and I talked about them at the time, that back in December, Trump was going to fire her. And so the counter reports were that she knew he wanted to fire her, so she was trying to find a graceful way to exit to save her future political career because she wants to run for president. She absolutely believes she still has a career, or at least did back in December. Now, obviously, in terms of Kristi Noem's career trajectory, a lot has happened to her since December. So I don't imagine that when this administration is over, she has much of a career left. Hell, even the puppy killing may be too much for her to get a job at Fox News. But, we'll see, obviously. Alistar Dreamer says, lost a $10 bet with my dad as I always thought it would be Cross-Eyed Patel that'd be fired first. Best $10 I ever lost. We could start a not betting because that's not legal. But we could, start guessing as to who's going to be fired next. Kash Patel definitely kind of running the ruffling the feathers in the wrong way. If, with his travel. Megatunes Network says, what bothers me? 86% of U.S. states have child marriage laws. Most of them are red states. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I did not hear anyone in the GOP make a fuss. Nope, you're absolutely right. And that is something they keep passing. They keep allowing that to happen. They keep approving it. Somebody says, arrest her now. I'm totally fine with that. Bondi next. I'm down with that. Yeah, I think Bondi's days are numbers. Now that Trump has really effectively broken the seal, I guess, with firing a high profile person from the administration, I think we're going to see more now. And I do think Bondi's days are absolutely numbered. And probably what's going to happen is he's going to fire all the women who are just as incompetent as the men, but the men will get to stay. The women will all get fired for their incompetence and replaced with men who are equally as incompetent because Trump hates women. I think RFK will be fired too eventually. Maybe he won't be. If he continues swimming in sewage, maybe that'll just work itself out for us, I guess. I was hoping Farron had seen this news. I did. Who delivered the message, Trump or one of his lackeys? I don't know. He did it on Truth Social, as far as I know, which is typical for him. The senator loses his vote when he takes the new job. Yes. He obviously will not be able to vote on his own confirmation, and he cannot do any of that. Michelle Wood says, did anyone see the Marine who protested the Iran war as several security and a MAGA senator tried to remove him from his Jan gets caught in the door and broke his arm? Disgusting. I did not know he had broken his arm. I knew that is horrifying, by the way. We're going to stay right now on the Kristi Noem stuff, though. Does this mean YouTube will stop running her if you're an illegal alien ad? I imagine they're going to have to pull the ads, right? I mean, she's no longer the Secretary of Homeland Security, at least until she is until March 31st. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I didn't know YouTube was playing those, so that's interesting to know. Vance might be the one who has attempted to be fired. I don't know. Vance isn't going anywhere. He only did this so people would kiss his ass. Perhaps. The dominoes have started to fall. We need a cookout for all left-wing streamers at the end of this. Not opposed to that. Unfortunately, I am so far away geographically from all the other folks that do this. That'd be a hell of a travel schedule. But I think I got the best weather compared to everybody else. My pool's at 90 degrees right now. It is freaking gorgeous outside. So, we could definitely celebrate that. But of course, more firings will have to happen. Noem truly is a psycho sadist. says Devin McCrae 4183. Will there be a new election for senator in Oklahoma in 2026? Yes, they do have to do that. So the governor will get to set the special election, and then they will go through and get that done. Can't fire the VP is what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. I get you. I got you. Thank you. I'm not coming to Florida. Forget it, says Writer's Eye. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't either. I want to get the hell out of here. Is Lewandowski fired too? I have not seen anything yet, but I do imagine the only reason he was able to still be there, of course, is because of his connection, we'll call it, to Kristi Noem. You can read into that whatever you'd like. Bonus Farron time today just got better. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. At least she got a blanket out of it. Oh, I believe Florida will turn blue when the Atlantic reclaims it. I like that. That is a good quote. That is a really good quote. Thank you. Those Kristi Noem ice ads cost us $200 million. What a waste. Does Noem get to keep the 737? Kristi Noem got grilled, smoked, and fried yesterday, and I loved the grilling moments, especially when Representative Jared Moskowitz and her new blankie he brought for Noem. Yeah. And, I will say it's actually really sad because I've already been going through today and I'm putting together all the stories for tomorrow's stream. And the likelihood of Noem being fired was actually the second segment I was going to do tomorrow. Like I've already got it. I already got it right here. And I'm a little annoyed with Trump for so very many reasons. But yeah, right here. There's a story. That son of a bitch. I swear. All the bad things happened to me. No. But I just wanted to share that because it was funny. I was annoyed. I had, most of my stories ready to go. And now I got to find a new one. Yeah, like the administration's going to do something else crazy, stupid, or dangerous in the next 24 hours before my stream. I'm screwed. No, there is so much more to talk about. Justice for puppies everywhere. Amen to that. Please don't play victim like DJT. No. Bondi fired tomorrow. Maybe who will see? She might be. I don't know. That's the first story I've got. So I don't know. Maybe my news packets are a bit of a premonition into the future. So maybe I should also pull some stories on some other folks and see if they can get fired too. I would love to start tomorrow's stream with, I don't have any stories because they all came true. Trump is Angelica Pickles and we are all stew. Oh, that's kind of sad. Listen, yeah, a lot of folks talking about Wayne Mullen replacing her. Absolutely horrible. Now, Wayne will steam clean the mattress, says Moondragon. She's unemployed, could be deported. Well, technically, she's not unemployed. Trump is moving her over to that group he's calling the Shield. So in case anybody did miss that, in his announcement, he said, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere. We're announcing at the end of the month, he said. But that's also a weird thing to say. He's like, here's a new thing I've created that I'm announcing at the end of the month. So I'm announcing the thing that I'm going to announce at the end of the month. I'm announcing it now to tell you I'm announcing it at the end of the month. Only in the mind of a dementia patient does a statement like that actually make sense. But that's what we got. Marvel Shield. Oh, God. Oh, God. Kristi Noem is now our Nick Fury. Oh, no. Agent Coulson. Oh, geez. God bless. I can't. Cosmo. Cosmo's the dog from Marvel. Somebody protect Cosmo if Kristi Noem is going to be running Shield. That could be absolutely horrific. Puppies need shields when she's around. Is RFK Hulk? Oh God, I wish I could find a good analogy for who RFK is in the Marvel universe. But anyway, we're taking a weird turn here. Pagan Sky says, Trump, all the bad things happen to me. Wrong. He is the bad things, so bad things don't happen to him. He is the catalyst. Yes, absolutely. Listen, let's hope RFK is next. Somebody says RFK is the incredible hack. Oh, I love that. All right, listen. The worm in his brain is smarter than he is. Oh, this is fun. All right, look. That's all we've got. So yes, Kristi Noem is fired. Wayne Mullen is likely to be her replacement. I do believe he will get confirmed by the Senate. So that's all we've got. Maybe more folks get fired, maybe not. Until then, I will once again see you all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. Hey, by the way, if you're new here, subscribe. Every morning, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, live stream for about an hour every day, Monday through Friday. So make sure you tune into that if you have not before. We've been going on well over 3 months now with it. We love it. We have a ton of fun. So thank you all so much for being here. And I will see you again tomorrow morning.